like to start with a few deep breaths that acts as a cleansing, releasing the day. Take deeper breath than you like. Keep the attention on the body, on the diaphragm, on the air. Keep the attention on that. Releasing the day, busyness, traffic, electronics. Bringing all our energies and all aspects of ourselves online in the present moment. Usually the body is here, the mind is elsewhere, and consciousness is half asleep. Being aware the body is here and keeping the mind here and awareness here. And this awareness of breathing is some way to synchronize, so we are more fully present. Allowing the jaw to relax, the facial muscles to relax. Releasing the weight of the body onto the contact areas and notice those areas. The seat bones, the back, contact with the floor. Just resting in the here and now. Just the best you can for a few minutes. Staying in what's real, as opposed to stories and past and future daydreamings. And notice how the mind is like offering suggestions randomly. Think about this or do that or this image, and that's what the mind does, the brain does that. And usually we get sucked into each single thought. We believe it's me, we believe they mean something, so we spend the whole life in the head, missing the present. So just the best you can now for a few minutes, watching thoughts, but not getting lost in a story. Watching thoughts as if they are flying fish jumping out of the ocean. We just watch it and we don't get involved. And the thought will naturally collapse, dissipate. And sensing this, the sense of I am. Being aware of our own sense of that we exist I am. Whenever you catch yourself that you've been hijacked, which is natural, as soon as you catch yourself in daydreaming, just unhook, bring yourself back to the present, the body, the sounds, the presence. So we can now open our attention to include the fullness of this moment. So being present to sounds in the room, outside, sounds of the body, ultimately even these thoughts are actually sounds in our head, voices. So being present to sounds, being present to the body, and scanning the body, contemplating energies, sensations, feelings, without trying to change them or to analyze them. Allowing ourselves to just be instead of thinking, planning, rehashing. Just being. And keep bringing yourself back away from the head into sensing, perceiving. Thinking is overrated. It's excessive. So allow yourself to really notice whatever is in your emotional body, which is in the frontal line, the chest, the belly. And observe whatever sensations are there. Whatever tightness, the so-called anxiety, heaviness, all our feelings, they have this energetic component and they are experienced in the body. Awareness is noticing feelings and sensations. And if something is somehow unpleasant or tight, it's important to let go resisting it and really allow this tightness or whatever it is, allowing it to be. Don't allow your attention to stay too long with one thing. So having the attention free, like hearing my words, sensing something in the body, a passing thought, watchful towards watching these perceptions flowing through, not sticking to any of them, not manipulating, controlling. Allowing everything to be as it is, and having this attitude of benevolent indifference towards what appears to us, which means I don't try to get rid of it or change it or keep it. The only thing is to not allow ourselves to check out for a long time, because that's being asleep, and that's our identified state of lack of attention, being caught in the thoughts. And notice that all these perceptions, all this flow of sounds, images, and sensations, it's constant, they're impermanent, never stay the same, always changing, like waves. So from one angle, meditation is like watching the waves without interfering with the waves. But also it's interesting and important to verify that there's more here than thoughts, sensation, and sounds. There's something else which allows for our experience to appear continuous. Our experience is not choppy. The thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, but there's some ongoing continuity of our experience, some seamlessness. And this is due to the fact that there is awareness, or this presence or consciousness, however we call it. It is that which is real and it is perceiving. So now, if you can be interested less in thoughts and images and sounds, but tuning into the experience of being aware, the sense of being. We can't pinpoint it, it's invisible, yet it's here. We are it. Another way to explore is to realize that all these perceptions, all this information that appears to us, it's just appearing in something and fades away into something. Just like the clouds and the birds, they appear onto the sky. The images appear onto the screen. The appearances appear in the mirror. Be interested in this background. You can, this helps to not focus into something and keep the attention open, like zoomed out, and not interfere with anything. We can sense this open, empty, yet alive spaciousness. And we all know that we are, everybody knows, yeah, I am, I exist, I am. It's obvious. Everybody knows, nobody needs to tell us we are. But the question is, what is that which we are? We usually don't look into that. We take for granted the program of I'm a body that is aware. In this approach, it's important to question that. It's not the body that is aware, it's the awareness that's aware of the body. One interesting evidence is that the sense of being yourself, the sense of me, seems continuous all throughout our life. Since we're 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, that's continuous. Although the body changed a lot, the body changed, but that which is hearing didn't seem to change. It remained continuous. So why I'm bringing all this up and what's the big deal about this awareness is that for most 99.9% of humans, this quality of awareness is not recognized. It is there. Everybody has awareness, everybody is awareness, but very few humans are aware of the sense of being, aware of awareness. And the cost of that is misery. Somehow, if we don't know what we are, and if we are lost into our experiences all the time, that's turmoil and suffering. So if we are interested in inner peace, stability, happiness, it is in this approach, it is via the portal of awareness. And that is why even like a beginner meditator, not understanding much about consciousness, but just simply watching the thoughts, not getting involved, watching the feelings and resting in the now like a cat, that brings some some peace. Something feels more okay. Things that used to bother us less. Why is that? Because we tune into our true self. We are going back to our root, to our home. But what's misunderstanding that usually people have, and I had it myself, was that I would be like, okay, I need to practice this and understand this and meditate a lot, and then I'm developing something. I'm going to become a more enhanced version of myself, or going to improve or grow or something, going to grow my consciousness somehow. But what's really happening is that our consciousness, this consciousness and your consciousness, is actually the same. None of it is better than the other. The difference between people is that the degree to which we realize what we are. So it's more of a recognition rather than trying to develop something. Recognizing that awareness is already here. It is that which is aware of these words, is aware of thoughts, is aware of comments. Because this awareness is not affected by what it perceives. So no matter what feelings or thoughts are perceived, or sounds or smells, they don't change the awareness. It's free. So the more we rest as awareness, the more we tune into being and being present, the more stable we are, actually. We are shifting our home from a, how's it called, from a, being on the road all the time to having a home. Okay, so I would like to switch gears now and just staying with this aware openness and I'm going to bring some stuff up. The idea is to simply observe what comes up without getting too involved. So tune into your life and see if there is something that you there's something that you don't like, and something that is some problem in your life. Something appears like a problem, something unfulfilling, or something that is triggering, or some reaction. Just pull one up, whatever comes up naturally, something that appears as a problem and you wish it would go away, would be different. Welcome this topic, and first allow any thoughts, images, memories about that, and just watch. Watch what comes up. So I'm not talking about external practical stuff like, I have a car problem, so I'm not bringing my car problem necessarily. Anything in some dynamic with someone, relational or within yourself, some type of reaction, trigger, difficult feeling or state. Yeah, so see thoughts, images about that as if appearing on a screen. You are watching the screen. Notice, whatever, if there's any complaints, allow the complaint, what it says, some judgment. So what are the thoughts about the situation? And now if you can also tune into your body and notice, where does this leave, this problematic situation, this thing? Where do you experience this in your body? It's important to notice. There's some contraction, there's some heat, there is some part of the body that corresponds to these thoughts. Yeah, so welcome fully any feeling, any sensation about that, and observe it like a scientist. We don't need to call it anything. It's just a knot, tightness, hollowness, stinging, whatever you have. Being the witness of this. And now let's try this to discriminate. Am I this feeling in my body about the situation? Am I these thoughts about the situation? Or am I that which is aware of the thoughts and the feelings? Yeah, we can realize that obviously you are not a thought or a sensation. You are that which is aware of it. So we are still aware of the so-called problem, yet we are not lost in it. We stay in this position of being the awareness, which is watching, sensing, feeling, yet unhurt, undiminished, unscratched, free. So now, also now welcome anything to do with wanting to do something about the problem. Allow any thoughts or feelings of wanting to change it, wanting to, I'm so tired of this, man, if they can stop, or, wanting, welcome anything to do with wanting to do anything about the item. Just notice whatever comes up in the mind, in the body. Allow new energies, new feelings, observe them in your chest, in your belly. And rest as that which is aware of this reaction. And just allow and be. And now also welcome this tendency to make it personal, making it about me, this situation, that it means something about me, or it's about, it's personal and there is a meaning. So welcome wanting to make it personal and see what is that meaning that comes up. What does it mean about me? And see if there's any story, some story about me. Like there's something wrong with me, or I'm broken, or why is this happening? Or just allow this story. But be conscious of it. That's usually we are spinning this on our own. Now we are seeing it spinning. We are conscious of it. That's a big difference. Also welcome any sense of like a deficiency identity. See this situation, does it evoke any deficiency identity story, the same old one or a different one? And if it does, just see it as if it's written on the screen, some subtitle. Oh, I'm unlovable, or I'm broken, or whatever your flavor is. And notice energies in the body about that. Just welcome these energies and observe them. Yeah, it's natural to feel yucky when we have lying thoughts that we entertain. And once again, let's check what is here. What is here? There may be some images, some thoughts. Am I these images, or these thoughts, or these feelings? Or am I that which is just present, aware of them, yet untouched? Whatever we perceive is not who we are, because it goes away, but we don't go away. We are something much bigger, much deeper than a thought or a feeling or a story. So we have a choice to get lost in this what we are not, stories and reactions, suffer and have actually more problems, or to de-identify, open your attention and go back to this just being here, being present. Hearing, sense the I am that you are. And one final question is, see this issue, this situation, this thing that bothers you. What's the utility behind it? What are you, perhaps, what's the payoff you may be getting out of this situation? And this may be a shocking question because we're like, no, man, I'm not getting anything. I'm so tired of this. This is messed up. I'm not getting anything out of it. It's just suffering. Well, just double check. It's almost always our ego identity is usually getting some payoff, like some toxic juice. So you get to feel right. You get to feel better. You get to feel a victim. I don't know. There's some protection maybe. So see whatever comes up for you. What am I perhaps subconsciously juicing here? In order to be free from some pattern or some subconscious thing, we need to understand the payoff we used to get. And so we need to let go getting that payoff. So at this point, you can zoom out from these thoughts and feelings and tune back into your body and just now. And for another couple of minutes, let's just be present, allowing all these energies to unwind. If there is any residual energies going through you, offer them to the space. Like let go, trying to control anything, manage, release custody. Just be the being. The being is like a dissolving agent. Our true nature is self-cleaning. And for the last minute or so, just do nothing.